The big question today, is Airbnb arbitrage still worth it? With markets shifting and new regulations popping up, it's a hot topic that's got everyone talking. In this video, we'll explore the current landscape, the challenges, and whether you should still consider jumping into Airbnb arbitrage. Ready to find out the truth? Let's dive in and uncover all the myths. Now let's talk about something we see all the time. People panicking and declaring that a business model is dead. Whether it's real estate, stock trading, or even tech startups, there's always a wave of panic when things get tough. But here's the reality. This happens with every business model. Markets shift, regulations change, and competition increases. It's normal. What's important is how we respond to these changes. Instead of panicking, the key is to adapt and innovate. So, looking at the current landscape of Airbnb arbitrage, what exactly do we see? First off, the demand for unique and quality stays is still high. Travelers are seeking out experiences, not just places to sleep. This means that well-managed, well-marketed properties are thriving. Secondly, while regulations are getting tighter in some cities, many hosts are finding success by staying compliant and choosing the right locations. Finally, the rise of digital nomads and remote work means more people are looking for long-term stays with amenities that cater to both work and leisure. Families are just as important. We want to open ourselves up to a variety of guests in the market. Whether that's remote work, families on leisure, or bachelorette parties, there's a lot of opportunity to house different types of guests. We as Airbnb hosts need to adapt to the needs of our guests. So why do some people think Airbnb is dead and talk about an Airbnbust? Critics often point to the challenges, tightening regulations, market saturation, and rising competition. They see cities imposing stricter rules on short-term rentals, making it harder for hosts to operate. They notice an increasing number of listings, which can drive down prices and make it tougher to stand out. They also highlight the rising costs of entry, with higher rents and more expensive properties, which can squeeze profit margins. And let's not forget the impact of global events like pandemics, which can drastically reduce travel demand. However, focusing solely on these challenges paints an incomplete picture. Yes, the landscape is changing, but with change comes new opportunities. The key is to adapt and innovate to stay ahead. I've been in the Airbnb game for quite some time now. I've seen some highs, lows, and everything in between. Despite what critics say, I found that there are always ways to succeed if you know where to look and how to adapt. Let me show you how. Here are the 4 key points you need to crush it in the Airbnb arbitrage game. Plus, stick around because I'm going to reveal the single most important thing to keep those profits rolling in. First up, create unique experiences. Let's be real, no one wants to stay in a bland cookie-cutter apartment when they could be living it up in a luxurious villa with a private pool. Think outside the box and go for that wow factor. Here's how to turn a standard stay into an unforgettable experience from the moment guests arrive to the day they depart. Imagine this. Your guests arrive at a gorgeous house, and the stunning exterior makes a fantastic first impression. They're greeted with a welcome basket filled with local goodies, a handwritten note, and perhaps even a chilled bottle of champagne. First impressions matter, and this sets the tone for their entire stay. As they step inside, they're blown away by the stylish high-end decor. Think plush furnishings, chic artwork, and top-notch amenities. The living room opens up to a private pool area, complete with a hot tub, golf putting green, and even an arcade room, perfect for those Instagram-worthy moments. Throughout their stay, provide little touches that make a big difference. Fresh towels and toiletries, a stocked coffee bar, and smart home features that let them control lighting and temperature with ease. As their stay comes to an end, don't just say goodbye. Leave them with a lasting impression. A small farewell gift, like a local souvenir or a discount for their next stay, goes a long way in ensuring they leave with a smile and a promise to return. Not to mention a 5-star review. So, think luxurious, think unique, think about how you can create an unforgettable experience from arrival to departure. This is what sets you apart from the rest and keeps the calendar book solid. Next, optimize your approach to finding profitable properties. This isn't just about grabbing the first decent looking place you find. You need to be strategic. Use market analysis tools like AirDNA and Pricelabs. These tools are like having a crystal ball. They help you identify high-demand areas and optimize your pricing strategy. Instead of investing in a city that has an oversupply of 3-bedroom single-family homes, find a market where you can have an edge with less competition. For example, if a market doesn't have very many 5-bedroom homes, you can take advantage of that. Not only will you be able to compete with 1 to 4-bedroom properties, but you'll also be able to house larger groups and increase your chances for bookings, especially large bookings with 10 guests. It's about catering to the market's needs. Additionally, Airbnb is increasingly pushing larger properties in their search results. They can effectively compete with hotels by offering accommodation for larger groups, which hotels can't exactly do. This means there's a growing opportunity to capture this market segment. By focusing on larger properties, you're not just diversifying your offerings, you're aligning with Airbnb's strategy to cater to bigger groups and making your listing more visible to potential guests. Third, embrace technology. Automation tools and smart home devices are your new best friends, helping to streamline operations and enhance guest experiences, making your Airbnb business more efficient and attractive. Start by integrating smart locks, which allow you to provide guests with unique temporary codes for their stay. This eliminates the need for physical keys and makes check-ins and check-outs smoother and more secure. Following this, smart thermostats enable you to control the property's temperature remotely, ensuring it's comfortable for guests upon arrival and helping you save on energy costs when the property is unoccupied. Not to mention, it prevents a guest from abusing your HVAC system. Next, consider incorporating Minut for noise and smoking detection. Minut is one of my new favorite toys. I recently changed all my properties out to use Minut instead of NoiseAware. This device maintains a peaceful environment by preventing parties or smoking inside your property. Minut provides real-time alerts for any issues, allowing you to address them promptly and protect your property from damage. One of my favorite features about Minut is that it'll actually send a text message or call your guests if there's a noise problem. I used to have to personally do this myself, and it took up a lot of my time. Now, it's automated for me. This technology helps ensure guest compliance with your rules, increases occupancy rates, and enhances guest satisfaction by maintaining a secure and comfortable environment. Another new piece of technology that's changing the market are AI chatbots. These chatbots act like virtual assistants who never sleep, ensuring guests always feel attended to. Additionally, automated pricing tools like Pricelabs and Beyond Pricing dynamically adjust your rates based on demand, local events, and competitor pricing, helping you maximize revenue without constant manual adjustments. Embracing technology doesn't just make your life easier, it enhances the guest experience. Imagine a guest arriving at your property, easily accessing the home with a smart lock, adjusting the temperature to their liking, and using an AI chatbot to get recommendations for local dining. This level of convenience and sophistication can set your listing apart and earn you rave reviews. So don't shy away from tech. The investment you make in these tools can pay off in smoother operations, happier guests, and ultimately better profits. Fourth, maintaining high standards in management and customer service is where you can truly differentiate yourself from your competition. Be responsive and go the extra mile. Think of it as the difference between a fast food joint and a 5-star restaurant. Which one gets rave reviews and repeat customers? Treat your guests like VIPs by implementing key strategies to ensure top-notch management and customer service. Start with prompt communication. Responding to inquiries and messages quickly is crucial, as guests appreciate timely responses. Whether they're asking about the check-in process, local recommendations, or any issues they encounter, you can use AI chatbots for instant replies and follow up personally for a human touch. Next, offer a personalized welcome to set the tone for their entire stay. Greet guests with a welcome basket that includes local goodies, a handwritten note, and perhaps even a guide to the best spots in town. This small gesture makes guests feel valued and cared for. You'll want to address any issues quickly and efficiently. If something goes wrong, fix it fast. Whether it's a plumbing issue, a Wi-Fi problem, or a missing amenity, address it immediately. Don't just stop at fixing the problem, add a little extra, like a free dinner or a bottle of wine, to show that you really value their experience. Ensure your property is spotless and well maintained. You want to regularly check and clean the property thoroughly before each guest arrives. Pay attention to details like fresh linens, stocked toiletries, and a clean, welcoming environment. You can also provide personal recommendations for local attractions, dining, and activities. Create a curated guidebook or a digital welcome guide that highlights the best experiences in the area. This adds value to their stay and helps them make the most of their visit. Always aim to exceed expectations. Surprise your guests with small touches like a mid-stay cleaning service, complimentary breakfast, or special treat for the kids. Happy guests leave great reviews, and great reviews means more bookings. It's like a virtuous cycle of hospitality. By maintaining high standards in management and customer service, you ensure your guests have an exceptional experience, which translates into repeat business and higher occupancy rates. All right, as promised, let's dive into the most important point to stay profitable: understanding and optimizing your average daily rate. These metrics are crucial for your Airbnb business because they directly impact your revenue. So, what exactly is ADR? Simply put, it's the average income you earn per occupied room per day. It's calculated by dividing your total room revenue by the number of occupied room nights. This number gives you a clear picture of how much you're making on a daily basis per booking. On the other hand, high occupancy ensures that your property is consistently generating income by keeping it booked as much as possible. Now, here's why ADR and high occupancy are so important. They help you set the right pricing strategy and maximize your revenue. While negotiating the best possible rent is always a priority, focusing solely on getting the cheapest rent can be misleading. Let's say you're comparing two properties. Property A, lower rent, lower ADR. Property B, higher rent, higher ADR. You might think property A is the better deal because of the lower rent, but if the ADR for property B is significantly higher, it might actually be more profitable. For example, let's break it down. Suppose property A has a rent of $2,000 a month and an ADR of $150. If you have an occupancy rate of 70%, that's about 21 days booked each month. 150 times 21 days equals $3,150 in revenue. You subtract your $2,000 in rent, and you're left with $1,150 in profit. Now, let's look at property B. It has a rent of $4,000 a month, but an ADR of $300. With the same 70% occupancy rate, $300 times 21 days equals $6,300 in revenue. Subtract your $4,000 in rent, and you're left with $2,300 in profit. See the difference? Despite the higher rent, property B yields a higher profit because it's superior ADR. That's why focusing on properties with higher ADR potential can significantly boost your profitability. So there you have it. We've covered how to create unique experiences, optimize your property choices, embrace technology, maintain high standards in management and customer service, and the all-important ADR potential. The landscape of Airbnb arbitrage is certainly evolving, but with the right strategies, there's still a golden opportunity to thrive. Now, I know the Airbnb arbitrage game can seem daunting with all the changes and challenges. That's why I've created a complete course that will make it easy for you. I offer one-on-one mentorship to guide you through every step of the process. In just 45 days, you'll learn how to launch your first Airbnb business and start earning. With practical tips and insider secrets, this course has everything you need to succeed. So why wait? Click the link in the description below and start your journey today. You just learned some serious STR science. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.